What is up, YouTube? Welcome back. Aeneas here. Today is time for Deck Like a Pro episode 2. And so today I tried to look at some cards that I thought would be interesting goals for our deck, things to build around, things to try to achieve. So the overarching goal for this meta is you have to be able to try to beat mono black. So that's something we always have to be thinking about when we're building decks. But I tried to look at which cards might be interesting or powerful to try to build around a deck. And there's one card that doesn't really have a good shell yet that I found that I think is a pretty strong card, and that is Brilliant Restoration. Brilliant Restoration. This card says, return all artifacts or enchantments from your graveyard to the battlefield. So for this one, we want to have a lot of sagas, probably a lot of maybe enchantment creatures, or even if there's something that can like cycle and it's an enchantment, so we could bring it back, things like that. So we want to have like very efficient enchantments and artifacts. The opponent's killing them, and then we are able to survive and ramp up to 7 mana, and then bring everything back and just hopefully win the game after that. So let's go ahead. I think we probably want about 2 of these cards in the deck because it's our finisher card, but we don't want to get it early in the game. It would be bad if we got this in like our opening hand or something. So we want to have 2, maybe 3. We'll have to decide on that later. But if we have at least 2, maybe we can draw into it, something like that. So, and then now let's take a look at some enchantments and artifacts and see what would fit well in this kind of deck. So far we're in white, but probably we're going to splash into at least one other color, maybe 2 other colors for this deck. So let's take a look at what enchantments are in standard. Okay, so enchantments and artifacts, and I'll make sure I add the ones I haven't included. So right off the bat, we do have some 1 mana removal, which is an enchantment, which is kind of nice. So this stops them from attacking, makes them a defender, and then you can also exile the creature later for 3 mana if you have this condition, but if we're mostly enchantments, we may not get that condition. I'll go ahead and add it as just to think about it. It's probably decent to have at least 1 or 2 of those, since 1 mana removal is not bad. This one is also very good. This is exile a mana value 3 or less creature until this leaves the battlefield. And it has some other text about if it's a vampire spell or something, then you get 2 lives. So that part almost never happens. But it's still a solid removal, so maybe we'll have 3 of those. What else do we want? So Lion Sash is okay, but I think it's too slow. Value's not quite there for that one. Spirited Companion seems like probably a good include. Draws a card, and it's a blocker, and you can bring it back later. So yeah, that seems pretty good. Probably want 4 of those. Ichigo's Reign of Truth is possibly an include. This is better for aggressive shells, but it would still just be a big creature on its 3rd stage of the saga. So yeah, we might want 1 or 2 or maybe more of those, but probably a couple at least. What else would we want in this kind of deck? This one is decent on the second half, but it's kind of hard to get that one going. I guess Citizen's Arrest is not bad, or Borrowed Time. Exile non-land permanent till it leaves the battlefield. Exile target creature or planeswalker till it leaves the battlefield. So those are about the same. This one's easier to cast and it hits everything, so maybe we want 1 or 2 of these. Alright. Cloudsteel Kieran is an interesting artifact, but you need to equip it to something, so maybe not that possible in this deck. Faithbound Judge is okay, but it's a bit expensive as well. I think we need stuff that can help us kind of stall until we get to the restoration. So, Temporary Lockdown is interesting. This will help us against like aggressive creatures. Thinking about the format, this is not too bad. It's underdog. It would get The Blood Tithe Harvester. We would even get. And maybe this is like a one-up in the deck. Not sure. Would be good against aggressive decks, but it would be kind of bad against other decks. Restoration of Iganjo is not bad. Sell target creature and opponent's controls with mana value 4 or greater. So this will get Shieldred, but not much else. So maybe that's not that good. This one gets you a Plains, and you can return a 2 mana value thing from the graveyard, and then it turns into a pretty strong creature. So I think that is pretty solid. We can probably include that. This is artifact or creature, but it also has a bounce effect. That is pretty good. I'm not sure though. I'll put that into considering. Wedding Announcement is a good card. 3 mana, enchantment, also makes tokens. I think that's pretty solid. What else? What else? We might want Catilda, because it gets plus X for artifacts and enchantments. Maybe 2 of those. Hallowed Haunting is pretty solid. I'll put it in there. I'm not sure. We might cut it. I don't know if that's the type of deck we want, but let's see. Fair Binding is probably not too terrible. And then permanent, you gain 2 life. So it's flash, which is pretty nice. Okay, I'll add 1 for now. It might be better than this one. We could switch it out. Each player you and target opponent draw 2 cards. You create a bird. That seems medium. What else could we have? Mysterious Limousine, exile target creature whenever it enters or attacks. That seems too slow, probably. Alright, what else? What else? This Sunblight Samurai is not bad because it gets you a land, the plains, and 2 life, and it's an enchantment. So definitely not a bad option. Grapple Rousing is also a pretty strong enchantment card. So I'll put these inside to consider that. Leyline Binding, I think that's going to be one of the key cards. It's a really, really strong removal, as long as you have at least two types. So maybe I'll include 4 of those, and maybe we'll remove the Borrowed Time. It's a little bit weaker than Leyline Binding. Alright, what else? Skyblessed Samurai, costs 1 less for each enchantment you control. This could be good if we can get enough enchantments down early. So I'll put 1 in for consideration, or I'll put it in the sideboard for now. Founding of the Third Path. This would mill into our graveyard, and then it casts instants or sorceries, though, unfortunately. Yeah, so I think because of that, we can't play this one. So the mill part of it was interesting. What else would fit well? I think there's a lot more synergy with enchantments than artifacts. So maybe for now I'll take off this artifact and just check out the enchantments. We already looked at all the white ones. Anything good in blue or maybe black? I'm trying to think. I think one that's really interesting is this Cruelty of Gix. That wouldn't be bad to have. Me Hook Massacre, also an enchantment, so that's pretty useful to have like 2 of. Let's see. There's this enchantment removal spell. That's to enchant an artifact creature you control, though. Life of Toshiro Umezawa. Gains you some life, a little bit of removal. Could be okay. Akiba Reckoner Raid is not bad either. Dockside Chef is not bad. But they're not very aggressive either. Might be too slow. It's too bad there's no exile that's also an enchantment. I guess I don't think so. Turn a creature from the graveyard. Raids. This one could be okay. Sacrifice a creature. We could sacrifice our companion and then get it back. Definitely not bad. We could also have the 2 mana artifact creature that makes them discard. Kind of do the same thing. It's definitely interesting. I'll put one in for now. Was there any exile? Let's search for exile. I guess this is exile. We already have that in the deck, and we also have the Leyline Binding, which is exile. Nothing exiles from the graveyard, but maybe it's fine. We're getting pretty close to being full, though. Maybe we just add a few more Michikos, and I'm wondering if the Black Splash is worth it. If I don't see something else, then it might be worth to go just mono white. Spirit Sister's Call. Choose target permanent in graveyard. You may sacrifice a permanent, choose a type, and return one from the graveyard to the battlefield. Um, that could be good to like keep getting back our Gix or something. Or sacking one of our other sagas to get it something back. Might be worth to try having one of this. Tommy's War, but that's too many colors. Let's see what if there's anything in black white. No. Nothing really. Stronghold Arena, I guess, but it doesn't really fit the deck. Hmm. Is it worth having the black? I think the Cruelty of Gix is pretty strong, and Meathook, of course. We probably want. Well, we have some removal here. Like we could have 2 Candle Trips, 4 of the Van Helsing. Then we also have 4 Leylines, of course. Maybe we remove most of the black, just splashing the black for these like 5 cards. Because we do have 4 white pips here in Brilliant Restoration. We could also go up to 2 Hallowed Hauntings, have that be more of our win con there. And kind of want a 3rd Catilda, though it's not an enchantment. The backside is an enchantment. So that's pretty good. Maybe we also want another Michiko, though without creatures, this is much weaker. So let's see, what is this? This is standard, wards off, enchantments, or restoration, I guess. Okay, yeah, I'm deciding if I want to have one more wedding announcement, one more held haunting, one more Catilda. Maybe we want one more of all 3, to be honest. Whenever you cast an enchantment, cast. Okay. Yeah, I kind of want at least one more wedding announcement, I think. Maybe we don't want the temporary lockdown, because it's going to lock down a lot of our own stuff. We'll go ahead and take that one out. The rest seems okay. Do we want any, like, card removal? I guess we have decent removal. We have 10 removal spells, plus 2 board wipes. Do we want any non-enchantment creatures? I guess probably in white. Sure, 2 or 3 mana. Anything I'm missing? Vicious Farmhand is not terrible. Gives us a land. Hmm. Maybe, maybe it's fine. Might be a little slow. We'll have to try it out a little and see if it's too slow. Alright, let's get our land working now. Let's see what we got for in terms of land. Take off these filters. Oh, Rite of Oblivion is a nice card. It'd be good to have that. Yeah, maybe we should have just one Rite of Oblivion. Got something for that. Because well, let's do our mana first, and then we'll come back to that. Angel. The rest of this is good, but probably not necessary. Okay. So definitely want the caves. Definitely want the sanctum, and I guess we'll take the ravines as well. So that's pretty good. Let's get our legendary lands in there. Okay. And I think we probably want at least 25 lands, since we have some 7 mana card spells to play. And we definitely need a lot of plains, more so than swamps. Or a 12. I think we only need 14 black sources. About. We should go more plains than anything. Alright, so I think our land is okay. We have this to get more plains. Companion draws us a little bit, so that's pretty good. We just drop the candle traps and just add 2 rights, because right's going to be really good against mono black. Exiling their Liliana, exiling their underdog, etc. We can sack our companion to do that. So yeah, it might be the right choice instead of this one. Even if we sack something, like this, circle confinement, then we can get it back later with the brilliant restoration. So that seems pretty nice. Alright, we need one more cut. It's our last cut. Maybe we can cut the Prayer of Binding. We might also need a few other tap lands to help this one get cheaper. Yeah, let's cut this for now. It might turn out that this is too many 2-drop removals, but it's hard to believe, so let's start with that. And so let's see. Is there any other white-black lands? Doesn't seem like it. Unfortunately, this is the only triome that's white-black. Okay. Well, maybe I can add 1 Sunlit Marsh instead of 1 Upper Plains to help with our Leyline Binding. So at most this is going to be, cheapest is going to be 3, because we can't, I'm sorry, cheapest is going to be 4, because we can't, no, 3, 3, 3. If we get our fiends, it's 3. If we just have plains and swamp, then it's 4. That's a little bit sad. Wish there was some way we could do a little bit better, but triomes are not lining up super well for this. Let's give it a shot. I think this is still like too strong to not try to use. Let's see how often we're missing the discount, and maybe we'll have to just add some random triomes, even though they don't fit super perfectly, to get the extra discount. All right, I think I'm pretty happy with what I see here. So let's think about what's the current meta, right? And what do we have answers for all the current meta before we decide it's done. So for Mono Black, for Rakdos, for Grixis, they have Blood Type Harvester, Liliana, Shieldred, Underdog, and sometimes Corpse Appraiser, stuff like that. So this will hit almost all of those. Target creature, only creature, so it doesn't hit Liliana. And we have the ley lines for Liliana. We have other good answers. Rite of Oblivion hits Liliana. That's good. Need Hookmasker to reset the board. maybe we want a third meat hook. Maybe we want less of the Michiko since we don't have a lot of things to target with the Michiko. So I think we're pretty good against those early creatures. Catilda some life gain, meat hook some life gain. I guess the Catilda is going to be better than the Michiko in general. So it's possible we could go one more meat hook, one more Catilda, and pick out the Michikos. Yeah, we'll have to think about it. If it's dead too much when we're playing, then maybe we cut this one and try something else. As far as like the win con we have Hallowed Haunting, we have Catilda, and then we have our Brilliant Restoration, of course. I think that's pretty good. There's not a whole lot of enchantment removal in the format. Unless we face like kind of someone else who's playing Rite of Oblivion, yeah. Pretty much everything else can't remove enchantments. So that's pretty strong. Anything else that we need to worry about? Do we want a depopulate? Because they do have some creatures we don't want to target, like the Trespasser, Weird Trespasser. So maybe we want a board wipe. Like we don't really have a lot of creatures until late game. Maybe we could go for that. All right, let's cut the Michikos. So I think they're going to be kind of dead anyway. And let's add depopulate. Let's go ahead and just add 2 depopulates, I think. So we'll have 2 and 2 meat hooks. That's pretty good. So we've got 4 sweepers. We could also go with the I think there's a 3-mana sweeper. Oh, farewell, but that would kind of hurt us more, I think. There's this one, Path of Peril. Throw out creatures min value 2 or less. 2 or less is not that great. Yeah, so we probably always want to cast that for 6, which makes it not that good. So I think Depopulate could possibly also have a farewell, but I think that would hurt us more than the opponent. So, okay, let's give this a shot. I think it looks decent. So yeah, let's try it out and play some games with it. See you in a bit. All right, so we got our first hand. We go first. That's nice. We have removal. We have wedding announcement. I think this is a keep. Let's go ahead and play this tap since we don't have a turn 1 play. Right, it's already red-black, so it could be the Rakdos deck. I'll play Spirited Companion, yeah. Draw a card. Alright, we got a nice another land. Okay, Jund. And he plays an elf. Interesting. So our choice is Wedding Announcement or just get rid of this thing. I think we get rid of it. It's not that scary, but it does ramp him and ramps the opponent, or it lets them have a 3/3 attacker. So just remove it for now. All right, Reckless Stormseeker. Yikes. So this is some sort of Gruul Aggro, I suppose, but it has 3rd pillar for some reason. Alright, let's get the wedding announcement going. Probably not attack. We'll just kind of play on defense now. We'll just want to block until we can Meat Hook Massacre. Overworld Oddity is not cool, but that's fine. I guess I'll just try to stem the bleeding here. Alright, a Ganjo's not bad. We get a Plains. That would ensure that I have a -4/-4 from next turn. So, yeah, maybe let's do that. Small chance we get just destroyed somehow here with the haste, but I think we have to take that risk. Okay. So next turn seems decent, assuming they place... I mean, if they play like Shieldred, I guess we're in a little bit of trouble. because we can't kill a 5 toughness creature next turn. Alright, this one's fine. This one is fine. Kill the, or I mean, block these, take 4. Okay. We could discard something to get our Spirited Companion back. It would just die though, but maybe it's worth discarding something. Maybe I could discard one wedding asset. We still have one more. So it seems like a good next turn to play both. Let's not. I think I want all my cards. I guess I could have discarded the land and then got the land back, but it's kind of pointless. Alright. So let's clear this board. Hope they don't have something huge to play next turn. Seems like we're in a good spot here. Oh my gosh, okay, take it back. We need some sort of removal now. We might just be dead. Is there any creature with reach there? Oh. Yeah, that's a little bit bad. You don't expect a 5/5 flyer out of nowhere, that's for sure. I mean, I could play this and try to draw, but that's a really weak play. Suppose I could do this search my library, but it's too late because I don't have a 1 mana removal. That could be a reason to keep the 1 mana enchantment for that. So maybe that's a thought for the future. I don't know what else we could do though. Could do this and just get our dog back and try to draw. I guess that's what we gotta do. I don't see any other way to get past this. So put this on the 3rd stage. Wait, do I have a 2 mana? Wait, can I? No, wait. I guess I could have actually... I could still do it. I could still get Circle of Confinement here. Alright, we take 3. And I get Circle of Confinement. For some reason I thought we were out of mana, but we still had 2 left, so... Yes, we should be okay. I'm gonna not attack because they might have 2 hasty creatures, and I don't want to lose to that. Of course, if they have another flyer, we're just out of luck, but we had to try something. Okay, Augur of Autumn. Alright, that's strong, very strong. Is he gonna attack? No. Let's get back. You can look at the top of your library, you may play lands from the top. As long as you have 3 different power, you can cast creatures from them. We would have 3 different power, but I don't know that we could cast anything. I guess we could still try though. Yeah, we don't have very many, so makes sense. Alright, let's just go with all the wedding announcements. We can attack with this too. It's got vigilance. Okay. Possibly should have attacked with both just to get a bunch of draws, but it's fine. We'll just go really wide this turn. Is there a reason for me to hold this? I guess for the restoration, possibly. Well, we can discard the one we get off the restoration, so that's fine. Alright, don't have a hasty flyer, don't have a hasty flyer. Or just a flyer in general would be bad. Okay, that one's okay. I assume he's still gonna not attack until they're big enough. Which is kind of annoying. Interesting. Can play this off the top. We got a creature, that's really good. And another creature. Sweet. Alright. We could wipe this board. I think we're actually winning now. We could save the board away for next turn. So let's go ahead and play the restoration. Get us a land. And the Catilda's gonna win it for us next turn if he doesn't get some removal. I want to attack. Is there any danger in attacking? Like, obviously he's gonna kill whatever I attack with, so... Attack with 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 blockers. With one with lifelink. I think it's safe enough. We lose these two, but we will draw 2 cards. Alright. And then the meat hook things. Alright. And binding is pretty nice. And then restoration on the top, even better. I assume they're gonna scoop, but if they don't scoop, we will definitely win next turn. We can bind their Helena and Elena and attack with the Catilda for the lethal. Okay, so we got there. So we beat. It was like a Gruul Aggro, I guess, just with some black for some reason. But yeah, nice. Deck did well. We got there. Sweet. On to the next game. Alright, if we go first, we have a 2-drop, a 3-drop, 5-drop, and got 3 lands. Yeah, that's good to me. Looks good to me. And we actually got a Ravine, so our ley lands are going to be cheaper if we get those. Which is what we want, so that's good. Alright. Looks like they might be Esper. We don't have a play for now. Underdog. So we have a great answer for that. And we can play the Ravine tapped. Don't mind if I do. Oh, okay, didn't play anything. Look, they have some counter magic. We could start with this one, in case they do counter us. They might have like Make Disappears or something. Siphon. Alright. I don't know if they're gonna be that happy with what they find, unless they get like our Leyline Binding or Cruelty of Gigs or something. Right. Kind of weird that they had Underdog, but then they're playing Siphon inside. Shieldred. I could discard something to play it. Not much I can do. Maybe this. Right. Do I want a Cruelty of Gigs? Or do I want a Hallowed Haunting before he can like counter it or something? can try to meat hook this Shieldred next turn. Or find my answer with this. So maybe I'll go with this. I can see their hand. And then search my deck for an answer to the Shieldred. Okay, get rid of the Kaito. But they are just like some control list, looks like. But they don't have counterspells right now. They have one card we don't know about. It's kind of hard to see that, to be honest. The background blends in. Alright. I'll probably get one of my leyline bindings, I suppose. I should be able to play the Haunting plus the binding. I guess the only thing we don't want to see is them cast their binding too. In response or something. Alright. This is probably their Siphon sticking. I don't think they have... I mean, they might have top decked something, but you have to hope not. I do have an answer if I really need it. At least they won't find any farewells in my deck. I'm not running any of those. Alright, hope this resolves. At least we make a 1-1. Okay, sweet. Exiled. They'll probably Siphon inside here. That's, I'm guessing, what's been sticking. They might have got some of my ley lines though, with their other Siphon, or with this one. So maybe they'll get their Shieldred back, which is not great, but it's fine. They also don't have any creatures for me to get back with the Cruelty, but I guess I still got a 2-for-1 out of it, which is fine. Pretty good. Stopped their Kaito and got an answer for the Shieldred. Alright, so they are playing their own leyline on my leyline. So probably I will have to meat hook here. Fortunately. Because otherwise I'm gonna be hurting. Alright. Let me attack with the Architect. Because I'm going to meat hook here. Assuming they don't have a counter. Alright, meat hook for 2. Yeah, I lose everything. I guess I could have played... I mean, I'm trying to play around Make Disappear, that's kind of my goal, so... that's why I didn't play the Restoration first, but... Could have possibly done that. to keep your spirits alive, but I think this is fine. And we have 2 enchantments in the graveyard in case we draw a restoration. We'll play the Spirited next turn, maybe draw into another one. So that part is really nice. I guess I can discard the Spirited and cast it for free. Has to be 2 or less, right? Yeah. Okay. Or if they blow up this, I don't know if how they could blow it up, but they might try to blow up my enchantment. Okay, they got rid of the haunting. That's unfortunate, but understandable. So they got that from me. I can blow up their leyline now that he gave it back to me. I say their leyline, but it's actually my leyline that they stole. Okay, Liliana. Good thing I kept the land in hand.
Happy to help, but I'm taking the credit when we win.
Sacrificed a creature.
One of your
Oh.
friends has to leave.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It would have killed the Lily, so. Darn. Oh! Okay. Do I want to cast it though? Might not. Might not. The other option is like I destroy one of my, like my meat hook maybe, and exile their Lily. Cruelty, restoration. Cruelty and restoration. I could cruelty and get the Shieldred back immediately. I guess that sounds pretty good. Alright. I think the value is high enough. Not super huge, but it will at least put us in the lead here. Oof, okay. Well, that one hurts. Who runs that card? Come on. Darn. Alright, that's a bummer. So, we're gonna have some creatures, but this Lily might live. I suppose we can still remove it later.
Drop it.
He knows I only have lands, so that's fine. See if I can... No, I don't know, he got something from me, so I don't know what that is. I guess he gets a skeleton back here. Yeah, okay. I could exile that. Or I can exile the binding. There's nothing in my graveyard to get back. Just be permanent. Yeah. Okay. So we discard nothing. That's a bummer. I mean, I don't really care if he makes us discard more. So maybe I just Get rid of the cold conscript. We can attack first. What am I sacking? Am I sacking the companion? Oh, okay, yeah, that was dumb of me. I had to put it on the stack.
You're gonna regret that.
Yeah, that was a misplay for sure. Okay. I think we're still okay. I mean, we need to draw something, of course, but... Well, that makes us less okay. And yes, my Hallowed Haunting. Alright.
You won't be outsmarting me.
I definitely need the next Rite of Oblivion or something like that. Alright, Wedding Announcement is pretty good. I guess he wants to block my companion. So I'll let him do that. He doesn't know I have the announcement. I mean, I guess slowly the meat hook's gonna win this for us. I doubt he has enchantments really to like use the Hallowed Haunting with, so probably it's not gonna do much for him. Only thing he's got going for him is that I didn't draw it. Oh, okay, nice. So we were like pretty even, but we had like a value engine going with the Wedding Announcement and stuff, so. Yep, we got the win. Nice, that's 2-0 on this brew. And yeah, we'll try another game, see how that goes. Alright, yeah, this is a pretty good hand as well. Doggo plus the ward. Leyline is not going to be cheap at all. We only have one type right now. So that might be a while till we cast that. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get like a Triumph here. Tri-land. Nope. Still no. So yeah, I guess there's a reason to hold this back. No, I guess not. Let's just attack with it. We won't have a way to stop Lily if they play Lily. We can get to this turn, that's pretty decent at least. Okay. Yeah, Lily is a little bit annoying.
Something suspicious is going
but
on.
they haven't done anything either, so it kinda doesn't matter.
Go.
So it's like a creature, right? Creature, so it does nothing. I guess I can play the Haunting. They might have Invoked Despair, so I'll need to try to get like some enchantment down before turn 5.
Drop
Discard.
it.
I guess I can discard one of these boards. Yeah. Trespasser. Alright. Guess it's gonna exile that. I'll have to discard again for this, which feels bad. I think I'm gonna discard the Leyline here. Could also be the Restoration. This Restoration won't come down for a long time. Alright, let's do the Restoration. You know, it's crazy, but I think I want to play this just in case they invoke Despair. See? Okay, we played around it, which is great. Alright. So they got... I mean... They got some value, but not that much value, so it's fine.
I knew this was wicked. Sacrifices must
Alright,
be
Wedding
made.
Announcement is a great draw. Because that's gonna also keep playing around Invoke Despair. If we can get one more mana, we can start doing the Spirit Sisters Call shenanigans. Basically like sacking random things and getting better things from the graveyard. And each time we do, we'll get another Spirit token from the Hallowed Haunting. I think. Unless... This is only when you cast, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so maybe not. And I guess we sack Wedding Announcement. Feels a little bit bad, but what can you do? There's a type, so we could return a creature if I sacrifice a creature, but there's no more creatures in the graveyard. Alright, let's just hold up the ley line, I guess. Hope they don't have a third invoke. That would be kind of crazy. Of course they do, of course they do. Let's just cast this for nothing then. Alright, I mean they've had some pretty crazy draws, that's for sure. To play the Spirit Sisters Call. Guess I don't have to sack anything. Could sack the Spirit Sisters Call and get back something. Is that worth? Maybe that's worth it. I don't think it's really worth it. I mean, maybe for the Wedding Announcement. But I think no. Okay. I'll just decline. And if he gets a fourth invoke here, that's gonna be so tilting. Okay. Trespasser. Sure, that's fine. Alright. Guess no block. Victory. We can draw at literally anything. No. Okay, land. Yeah, let's tap that. Something cheap, 2 or 3 mana enchantment. Like a Spirited Companion would be great here. No! Okay. He didn't cast anything, so his graveyard Trustwhisper is gonna flip. I mean, I guess I can discard this land and exile it. Alright, we'll do that. Yeah, let's do that. It's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. I mean, maybe that Evolved Sleeper is the bigger threat, to be honest. Alright, that's a yikes. Can we get like a depopulate or something? Okay, another Hallowed Haunting isn't terrible. He's gonna be drawing a lot on his next turn though. We really need, I don't know, Brilliant Restoration would be good. I got rid of my Leyline Binding, unfortunately. Yeah. And we only have 6 mana also, so that doesn't work. T, does that do anything? Don't think so. Doesn't seem like it. Okay, I guess we lose this one. It was not bad, even though they made us discard a lot. Like, maybe I just misplayed some things a little bit. I could have done it slightly more efficiently and won. Maybe discarding the Restoration was a mistake. Let's just see what was in their hand. Oh wait, I guess we have 2 blockers. Interesting. Oh, but we lose on our own draw step, don't we? Yeah, let's just see what was in their hand. Interesting. Okay, almost. Not quite though. It was a good game. We almost got there though. Yeah, I think maybe if I'd played it a little differently, might have got there. Maybe I should have sacked the Sister's Call or played the Sister's Call the turn earlier, and I didn't have to sack the exile card. But yeah, not bad. Still not a bad game, and we saw the deck is doing pretty well. I mean, did pretty well in that matchup. It won the other 2 matchups, so overall, I think a pretty good brew. But yeah, that'll be it for the games today, and we'll see you in the post-game wrap-up. Alright, so now for the post-games wrap-up. So yeah, the deck did pretty well. It seemed to handle its own. Like, each card is pretty grindy and pretty efficient. So even though we don't have a lot of card draw, we only have Companion and Restoration and Wedding Announcement, stuff like that. Like, it still did pretty well. The Spirit Sister's Call never really got to do much with that, so maybe that's a cut. Maybe this would just be another Gix or another Wedding Announcement. Probably the Wedding Announcement, because you want a little bit more draw, a little bit more creatures and stuff. So, I think, yeah, I think the deck probably wants one more Wedding Announcement, one more Catilda, and maybe one more Gix. So I don't know what you would cut for all of those changes. So that's pretty tough to do that, I think. Yeah. Anyway, the deck did well, and maybe sometime we can try it on the ladder and see how it does there. But I would say that's a successful brew for today. So until next time, see ya.